Hello, friends and partners. Thank you for partnering with the ministry of New Life Ranch through prayer. Just as I started last week's update, I'm going to start this one the same. We have a paradox. We have hard, challenging, difficult things happening. And at the same time, we have fun, exciting, life-changing things happening at New Life Ranch. As I'm sure you've heard by now, we did an announcement on Thursday of last week that we were needing to cancel week 2 at New Life Ranch, Flint Valley. A very difficult, hard decision for us to make, but I believe it was the wisest, most prudent decision for us to make. I can assure you, we did not make that decision out of fear, but through wise counsel from godly physicians who love Jesus just like we do, from experts with the State Health Department of Oklahoma that I do believe have our campers' best interest and our staff's best interest at heart. I can also assure you that we are just as committed as ever to fulfilling our mission of proclaiming the gospel of Jesus Christ and equipping believers for ministry. And even though these past 2 weeks that hasn't been happening here at New Life Ranch, Flint Valley, I'm so thankful and excited that it has and is happening at New Life Ranch, Frontier Cove. Last week we had over 300 campers there. This week we have more campers there, again, that are hearing the gospel, are being equipped, and lives are being changed for eternity. One of the other things that I'm sure of is that our adversary, the devil, would love to deter us, would love to discourage us, would love to divide us and pit us against one another as believers in Jesus Christ. I certainly don't want that to happen. In these challenging, difficult times, let's remember that our fight is not against flesh and blood. This morning as I was reading, I was reminded in Ephesians 6, starting in verse 10, it says, "Finally, be strong in the Lord and in His mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms. Therefore put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground." It's our desire that we would do that together. And I'm going to ask you to please stand with us against our enemy, not against one another, as we face these challenging times. Some specific things I would ask you to be praying about here at Flint Valley. Just be in prayer for our summer staff, that they'd be healthy and strong, that they would return to camp ready to go weeks 3 through 8, impacting the lives of campers each and every week. Pray for encouragement for our summer staff as they are just waiting to serve, for our full-time staff as they're making difficult decisions and facing hard things. Pray for patience, kindness, grace, humility for our administrative team as they're doing a tremendous job fielding phone calls, responding to emails. I want to ask you, be sure to encourage Melanie, Laura, and Leanne with the great job that they're doing. Please be in prayer specifically for New Life Ranch, Frontier Cove. Right now there's 262 junior campers there. There's 32 Nehemiah team campers there. And there's 17 SOMA leadership development campers on property. And it's our desire that life change would happen for each of them. Some specific things to be in prayer about there. Just pray for unity in cabins so that kids would have a great community that's built this week and would just have an incredible experience together. Pray for just some homesick campers. It happens every week, especially with these junior campers. You have some little second graders, third graders, first time away from home, even sometimes with sixth graders. We've even had it at senior camp even. But just pray for those campers that they could get through these first couple of days, and generally that's what happens. These first couple of days might be challenging, but then it's just an incredible week for them. Just pray for some campers that are beginning to open up about difficult situations that are happening in their life. At school, different ones experiencing being bullied, difficult situations at home with divorce, just brokenness in their home. We have a couple campers that have shared that different ones that have lost their dad recently. Just prayer for those sweet little kids. It'll be almost 2 years ago, my father passed away, and just a difficult time for me, and man, how difficult for just a little kid to process and understand. Let's pray for our counselors to be able to love and care for them well. Pray for some cabins that they have kids that are struggling, just acting out with behavior, and it's just causing some divide in the cabin. So please be in prayer about that as well. And lastly, just again, prayer for our Mission 1914 Camper Scholarship Fund. As you know, we never want finances to hinder a kid from coming to camp, and we've already given over $520,000 away this summer, and we're trusting the Lord to provide for those scholarships, to provide the funds for those as we continue to move through the rest of the year. So we'd appreciate your prayers there. And also as an update, I know last week I'd said we would be seeing down another video, and just with other things that have happened, we weren't able to get to that. But right before camp started, we had launched a $15,000 camper scholarship match. And praise the Lord, we not only met that match, we exceeded it, which was just such a huge blessing. Thank you for those who are so generous and giving to that, and those who are in prayer about that. Thank you. So we appreciate that, and just rejoice how God is abundantly providing for scholarship needs. Again, thank you for partnering. Please be in prayer just for the ministry of New Life Ranch, for hard decisions we've had to make. Pray for unity among believers. We definitely don't want this to divide us and pit us against one another. We are in this together. So we appreciate your prayers for that. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.